Whoop, and here we are again. Welcome to Facebite Goes to Tunbridge Wells, Part 2. Heading south from Tadley to rejoin Cycle Route 23, we pass through the village of Bramley with its distinctive roadside barn, raised on concrete mushrooms, before arriving into Odiham and picking up the Basingstoke Canal. We could have joined it earlier on the right side of the Grey Wall Tunnel, now a bat sanctuary and inaccessible without wings. Here are the distinctive swathes of rhododendron in bloom and the mature trees that overhang the water. It's like the blooming Amazon. Somewhere behind this Second World War pillbox, the canals were to be a main anti-tank obstacle should the Hun invade. Don't tell him your name, Pike, is another fine camping ground. The swing bridge doesn't get too much use judging from how few craft we see on this canal. Here we have a hastily grabbed picture of a heron, common on the canals, but unlike celebrities, they don't hang around to have their photo took. This family of swans are a bit more obliging. Yep, another bloomin' bank of blooms. Now here we see the canal is succumbing to the green agenda, and clearly going from navigable to negligible, though it does pick up again just as we leave it for the turn off for Guildford.
What we doing here, Catled?
Garn, I reckon we've been vidnapped.
Oh, vidnapped.
A bit of an interruption there. The old traction engine driver stopped for his pint. Into Guildford, taking shelter under the tap arches due to yet more wet stuff. On the nearby Downs Link, another converted rail track, we take pause at Bramley and Wonersh railway station, waiting for the ghost train, 'cause there won't be no other. Now some intrepid travellers have to check their boots every morning for deadly scorpions, but here in the moist English countryside we have a legion of harmless slugs, and even the occasional snail. We leave the Downs Link to carry on to the coast at charming Cranley, and head cross country using actual roads, which require actual map reading. Something took this corner too fast. Glad we weren't here when that happened. Here we are by a quaint antique structure, Scots Well, in the village of Ockley. And crawling into Crawley town, we pause in a very central memorial park for a quick rest up before locating our landmark, the library. From here it's not too far up to Worth Way, another bridleway to keep cyclists out of the traffic. Over the glorious M23, past the old Rowfant railway station and into East Grinstead. We nip across town to join Forest Way, and here we find an excellent camping spot just off the track next to a lovely meadow, and get to watch our very first sunset of the journey. And in case you forgot what sunset looks like, here we go. Here's another slug, and in fact the dampness is so ingrained that the mushrooms round here have gained gigantic proportions. Well, at last Avon has given way to Wiltshire, to Hampshire, Berkshire, then West Sussex, and now East Sussex finally bows to Kent. And soon we see our first sign for Tunbridge Wells. We follow the back road from Tunbridge via High Rocks, and yet another mass of rhododendrons. The High Rocks is apparently an ancient national monument, so you have to pay money just to scramble over them. And here we see the Spa Valley Heritage diesel train whizzing past these Everest-like colossi. Finally, in the famous Pantiles, Tunbridge Wells Old Town, is the Beech Spring, the original wells which started it all the way back in the 1600s. Luckily we weren't firsties due to technical reasons. Water was not available for the public. Is that what they mean by broken Britain? Anyway, here's the full 200 miles and a bit at high speed. Ba-da-ba-dab-dab-dab-ba-doo. Ba-da-ba-dab-dab-dab-ba-da. Ba-doo. Dib-dib-dab-da-dab-da. Doo-doo.